Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'm here to bring you another card for I usually do my videos on Tuesdays on my Stamp Crazy VIP page, and then I make them up for here. So I am now ready to do that. I'm actually bringing my computer up so I can make sure I keep you guys in focus. So it looks like I'm sitting crooked with my stand a little bit, but see if we can straighten that a little bit. We'll see if it's straightened. A little better. Okay, this is what I'm going to call Flippin Corners, and I'm doing it with the Tidings of Christmas DSP, which is this right here. But before we get started, I just want to let you know that I have my Stampin' Up website here. I have my August host code here, that if you don't have a demonstrator and you see something you would like to order, you can go to my website and use this code and place an order with me. I'd appreciate it very, very much. I do YouTube videos every Tuesday morning at Stamp Crazy VIP. I do that every Tuesday. I'm pretty religious about doing that, trying to get that done. My YouTube videos don't come on at a certain time right now with doing them in the evening, so I have to get better at that. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to make this Christmas card. The PDF is over at my Stamp Crazy VIP Facebook group. I have all my files over there of anything I've done. So here is the directions, a picture. This is a little template that I made that I saw somebody else do on Facebook. That's not my idea. I did change the dimensions on that because I like the dimensions I used just a little bit better, and it was easier for me. That was just a personal preference there. And this is the end of how you make the card, and then the card on the inside. So I am going to get started. I'm going to show you what I'm using and that. So let me show you the Halloween card. This is the Halloween paper out of the new mini catalog. And this pumpkin is just punched with the coordinating punch. And I did this pumpkin that's on this paper. But it says Happy Halloween, have a fabulous Halloween. And then I punched out one of the ghosts that's in that paper pack also. So that's my Halloween one. This I used the In Symmetry stamp set and paper. And I just did the Hey Friend. I stamped a flower behind there using 4 different papers. And then just did the flower in here and put a happy birthday. So that's my everyday card. And then here's the Christmas card I made. And the Merry Christmas is out of the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. I used this Merry Christmas right here. The paper is out of the Tidings of Christmas paper pad, which has some really pretty papers in it. I'll just kind of flip through it. Let me get it open a little bit. And just kind of flip. It has some really pretty papers in it. There's that one. There's this one. And that is the red one. And I really like this one. And then there's this one. They're really pretty papers for Christmas to do a lot of stuff with. It was great cutting it up and doing a design like this. I also, in this card, used my layering circles, and I used the second circle, second to the smallest circle in the biggest category of circles on how they come. So I did do that. And I also used the clear epoxy essentials right here, and I colored them with the Stampin' Blends, the light evening evergreen. So I used that, and then I used the gold shimmer ribbon, which is this right here. It's really pretty and easy to work with. I used that on the card, and that's everything that I used on it. I will tell you my measurements as I go. They are on that PDF I told you that you can go snag off of the Facebook page. But I will also tell you the measurements. And I'll let you know, I made a template to do my folds because it's faster, and I'll show you when I use it. But the papers are cut 2.5 inches by 1 7/8, the same as this piece of chipboard that I have. Then I measured 3/4 of an inch over from the right hand side, made a mark. I came up 1.5 inches on the left hand side on the 2.5 inch side, made a mark, and then I laid a roller down and cut a diagonal. Made a mark, you know, made a line and then cut my diagonal out of here. So, and then that's my template that I use to fold all of my papers. So I will show you what we are using as papers and tell you what measurements we are using. Of course, I just told you about my circle out of the layering circles, and I'll tell you again, these are 2.5 by 1 7/8. Is how you cut these, and they're going to lay this way. This is a piece that's 1/2 inch by 4 inch for the inside of my card, which goes with this piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch basic white cardstock. So I'm going to lay that over here to the side. This is a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 soft succulent that I'm going to lay all of my DSP on. That's my background for that. And then this is a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 piece of evening evergreen that I'm going to go ahead and fold in half for my card. So we'll go ahead and we'll get that folded, burnish it really good. I'm going to lay that to the side out of my way. We don't need it right now, and along with this little circle. What we need right now is this piece of soft succulent. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my papers out in the order that I want them to be on this card. So we're going to lay one right here. And I like laying, I'll lay one right here. I don't like my two dark colors being together and then my two light colors. So I'm going to put this light color over here. And then I'll put this one right here. And as you can see, I reverse these two. And it really doesn't matter how you do that. And the reason why I want to go ahead and do this, I also want to make sure I get my folds right for my card. These two are going to fold down this way. These two will fold from the bottom up this way. So what I do is I take my template and I lay it on with my paper, and then I just take my thumb and press on that. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to turn it this way, because you're going to keep turning your template. So you get your, and then I'm just going to bring that in. And I'll go ahead and press that down real quick. Those will be like that. This one I'm going to pick up this way. So you'll be turning your template for each card piece that you do. And therefore I'm going to bring that in, fold that down, and I'll do my last piece where this will be turned over, and that will be on here. So there we go. That's our, we got that one turned the wrong way. There we go. That's our cards folded. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my glue dots. And I'm going to bring each piece in. And I'm just going to stick it to the glue dot, the little corner that I've folded. And then I'll finish folding that down and it'll hold in place. I'm going to do it with this one. I'll do it with all four of them. And you just want to fold those down. And that's the easiest way I know. Instead of using glue and all that on them, I just do it that way. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of finish creasing those out really well. Okay, now we're done with our template, so we'll lay that to the side. Oh, I lost my Facebook page somehow. That was kind of crazy on my computer. Let's get that back up just real quick, because I don't even know if I've been staying in my spot or not. So let's pull that back up. Yep, we're doing good. We're in the spot. Okay, sorry about that. So now I'm going to have these are going to go like this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue them on. Now to glue them on, I'm going to go ahead and use my multi-purpose glue. You can use whatever adhesive that you like. You don't have to use what I like. We all have our own personal preferences. Now when you glue this down, you're going to have more like of an 1/8 of an inch border that you're going to leave. So you just kind of have to imagine that. You just try to get it straight on there is the main thing, so that you have all of them straight. Or kind of straight. You live in my world, everything's just kind of straight. And now that you've got these folded, you can really pretty well tell where they need to go. So we're going to glue this one down. And we're going to come around, and then this one's going to go down. And you just go around and you glue all 4 pieces of your dimensionals in. Leaving on the outside, leaving your space about the same. Not quite the same, but it's good enough. Good enough. Once we get everything else on here, we'll be fine. We're going to take our circle, and I'm going to go ahead and get my inside of my card out, so when I'm stamping I can do both of them at one time with the ink. I'm going to bring in Merry Christmas, which barely fits on that circle, but it does fit. We're just going to ink it up, bring it in. And there's Merry Christmas, and now I'm going to bring in my saying for the inside. It says Merry Christmas, and the inside says, may this special season be wrapped in love and joy. So therefore I've got both pieces stamped. We're letting our DSP do all of our work for us and not really the stamping part. So I'm going to glue my 4-inch piece inside my card. And you can put this anywhere you want along your card. You can go high, low, in between. I'm going to go ahead and glue that in. Okay, and now we're going to bring in our top. And actually, once you've got this made, I put it together to the green on the bottom. You can turn it over this way if you want. I think I will. No, I won't, because of my trees. You'd have to put your trees the other way. I was thinking of mixing it up. I forgot I had trees on there. Glad I thought of it before I glued it down. So I'm just going to glue this down. I'm going to bring my Merry Christmas in, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And we're going to put our Merry Christmas in here. And what I'm going to do now is bring in my ribbon, and tie my bow. If I can keep a hold of the ribbon, that is. Okay, let's come down here. I got glue on my fingers. Never fails. I always have glue on my fingers. Always, always. So I'm just going to work my bow down to a little bow. I don't want anything real big. And there we go. Then I'm going to trim it. If I can find some scissors here to trim with. And what I'll do with that is I use glue dots to put my bows on. And I put two, one to each side of where the bow is tied, because it helps keep those little loops in place. So I put two on there, and then I'm going to bring it down here and offset it just a little bit. There's our bow. And now we will bring in my little epoxy pieces that I used. My Stampin' Blends marker. And I'm just going to color the little diamond shaped ones. That's what I used. So I'm going to color 3 of those. I'm going to dry that for a second. I'll come back in and just do it again. Make sure I keep some color on there. Dry it just for a second. And the reason why I do that, it dries pretty fast, is because I'm going to be picking it up with my pick tool. So I want them to not be wet. So let's put these little jewels on. See if we can get one right there. Yeah. Maybe one. Let's be up there. There we go. Okay, we have those on, and that is our finished card. This is a fast card to make. So there's our card, and there's our inside. Quick Christmas card. If you cut these, cut like all your pieces for a lot of cards at one time, and then just sit and get them folded, you can really whip these out. So again, let me show you the PDF that's over on my Stamp Crazy VIP page. It'll give you the picture of the card, how everything is cut. I told you the measurements already, and how to make the template, and then what the inside of the card looks like with the rest of the directions. So that is over there, and you are more than welcome to go snag that off of there so that you will have it. And that is it for this video. This was a fast video. I hope you enjoy it, and until we meet again, you all have good days and be blessed. Thank you. Bye.